All right, you're a hypnotist. You did a wickedly awesome trance work session with somebody. How do you know the hypnosis worked? What we're going to talk about in this video is the concept of future pacing. And the cool thing is, Mike is going to explain to you not only how to do future pacing in hypnosis to test your work, but how you can take that same concept and apply it to life in general. So even if you're not a hypnotist, you can use this to make sure that your life is moving in the right direction and going where you want it to.
Exactly. So what the heck is future pacing? It's basically checking your work by putting the person or yourself in the hypothetical situation that used to be problematic. So let's say you're always intimidated by your boss. We do some sort of therapeutic intervention, or you do it on yourself, and then we future pace. And what will it be like the next time you're in that setting and your boss gets aggressive with you? Now we're going to watch the person. We're doing something called calibration. To calibrate is to get a baseline of how they look, sound, behave. And if the person goes, oh, it'll be pretty good, I guess, that's not showing. It's showing that it has not worked.
Right. So let's just back up a little bit for anyone who's brand new to hypnosis, or maybe a little bit experienced, but kind of going, yeah, I heard of this future pacing concept. Where does it fit in? Typically, we're going to do an interview. We're going to understand what's going on with the client.
Right.
So that we're going to unconsciously start to get ideas on what intervention we will use. We will do the intervention, whatever that is. And if you need to learn more, go to the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. You'll see a link in the description. We'll teach you all of this. So once you've done the intervention work, we're now going to be testing the work in some way. And that's where future pacing comes in. Now, maybe just talk about how it can be done in the trance, or it can be done in the follow-up conversation after the trance is severed, after they're after they're awakened.
Yeah, and we're looking for something called congruence. And congruence is when all their systems, their vocal tone, their facial expressions, all of them are sending one message. So when someone says, yeah, I'm feeling great about it now, that's great. But if they go, I think I am, that's not congruent. And that shows you've still got work to do. And the reason this is important is a lot of hypnotists and therapists do not check their work, but they're afraid it hasn't worked. Now, wouldn't you rather find out right away that it hasn't worked so you can fix it, rather than get a frantic phone call a week later that they still have a problem? So this is key. So if somebody is in a hypnotic state, as Chris said, you can check it right then and there. Go now into the future in your mind and see that conversation, or see yourself on that high diving board, whatever it is, and be in that experience now. Be inside your own skin. How do you feel about it? I feel really good. Excellent. You done got fixed.
Right. You're going to actually prompt them to respond either with words or with, it could be something like, and give me a smile, indicating that you are completely over this. And you're calibrating, like if it's, it's maybe not the same as grinning in the grinnery.
Yeah. And that's really key. Now realize too, the wonderful thing about this is you can also use it just conversationally with somebody. So let's say you're talking to someone over supper and they're explaining some difficulties they've had in their marriage or whatever, and you've got some wisdom and some smarts, and you say some options to them. And, I'm wondering, as you think about that, what other areas of your life have you learned things and grown in that you can apply to this? And the person starts thinking about it and they go, yeah, it's a good point. I think I do have some options here. And you say, so next time your wife says that to you, what will happen? And the person goes, I think I'll respond differently because of this. You're future pacing them just conversationally.
Right. The idea being you simply have them imagine that they're in some next hypothetical situation where they would have in the past had a problem, and you're testing to see if they're congruently resonating with the change work that you did. So even if it's conversational hypnosis, like you said, or you're not even a hypnotist, but you're just doing classic, hey, would you like some advice? I'd love to share my wisdom with you. And you offer up this brilliant advice because you're so smart and experienced, and you give people all this awesome advice. Well, how do you know that it resonated with them? That's where future pacing comes in.
Yeah, and it can be as simple as, well, are you cool with how it's going to go next time? That is so gentle. I am. And you're watching their response, you're calibrating their response, and you're listening for inconsistency and incongruence. But this is very, very powerful, whether they're in a trance or whether you're just doing it in a standard day-to-day conversation over lunch. This will show you that what you have offered has gone in and is now giving them a positive result.
Right. Now, as a reminder, when you're doing formal hypnosis, always, always, always cement the changes with direct suggestion in hypnosis. So if you're future pacing in the trance, Then you're going to do DSIH, I suppose either before or after the future pacing, or a bit of both. You can sandwich the future pacing with direct suggestion in hypnosis. And if you're going to do the future pacing after the trance is over, you're certainly going to cement the change with direct suggestion right before you bring them out of trance and do the future pacing.
Right, and let's just differentiate. So if they're in a powerful trance and you've done your future pacing, now you're going to cement the changes by saying something like, and you're over that thing that used to bother you. That's right. And how powerful you feel now, knowing you can make immense changes in your life. You're layering on the stuff before they come out of hypnosis. But if it's just a conversational thing, it can be as simple as, wow, what a difference this is going to make in your life now, isn't it?
Absolutely. And if you need more information on direct suggestion in hypnosis, I'm sure we've got a YouTube video on there.
Oh, I think so.
We'll put a card up here so that you can watch it. So now you should have a great idea of how hypnotists use future pacing and how you can too, even if you're not a hypnotist. But of course you want to become one, don't you?
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to be a hypnotist. And the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy is the best way to start, and it's so easy to get started. So check the link in our description under this video, and you can get started learning awesome hypnotic techniques, and we'll see you on the inside. Thanks once again, and good night.